Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to SermonLink, and I'm Pastor Larry Brown. Today we're going to be connecting into the Gospel of Luke, and you'll see our passage here at chapter 1, verses 46 through 55. This first part of Luke's Gospel, of course, is, some might say, the setup to the reading in Luke chapter 2, which we read on Christmas Eve nearly every year, and it's Luke's beautiful telling of the birth of Jesus. But I want to suggest that in this chapter 1, it's not so much a setup of that beautiful story of Jesus' birth. It is it is included in the telling of Jesus' birth. It provides context. It helps us both meet the main characters and understand more deeply what God is doing in their lives, and particularly, as we will see here today in our reading, how God is working in the life of Mary, who, of course, is the mother of Jesus. So let's begin the reading right as we have indicated here at verse 46, and then we'll share some reflection together. And Mary said, "My soul magnifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God my Savior, for he has looked with favor on the lowliness of his servant. Surely from now on all generations will call me blessed. For the Mighty One has done great things for me, and holy is his name. His mercy is for those who fear him from generation to generation. He has shown strength with his arm. He has scattered the proud in the thoughts of their hearts. He has brought down the powerful from their thrones and lifted up the lowly. He has filled the hungry with good things and sent the rich away empty. He has helped his servant Israel in remembrance of his mercy, according to the promise he made to our ancestors, to Abraham, and to his descendants forever." Well, this passage starts with the words, "And Mary said." What I'd like to suggest today is that more appropriately it would be, "And Mary sang." The tradition of the church thinks of these words of Mary as more a song. They read like poetry. They read like the Psalms. And so we have this sense that Mary's heart is just exploding with this song of faith, this affirmation of what God is doing through her and what God will accomplish in the one that she will give birth to, Jesus, as we know him. And so I think to think of this as a song brings a more appropriate designation of the power that's in this and the message that it has for us. Think with me about how music connects to this season of Advent and Christmas. Do you have a favorite Christmas carol? Is there a favorite Christmas song that no matter how many times you hear it, you find yourself singing along with it, and it just brings a sense of kind of happiness to you? I think that's true for many of us. The music and the season go together in such a beautiful way. I've learned over the years in my ministry the importance of how this music impacts how we feel and how we experience what's going on in this very beautiful and holy season. And I've learned to embrace that as a pastor, to not keep people away from the music. In other words, the carols themselves, instead of just saving them only for when Christmas comes. Allow those Christmas carols to be part of what prepares us spiritually for the coming. So I'm not one of those who says, stay away from the music until we get to that moment. I have learned to appreciate the way in which the music helps to create the moment for us. So I'm inviting you to think about the importance of the songs and the music of our faith and of this season, and which of those songs speaks most powerfully to you. Not only is it that Mary sings, it is what she identifies is happening in this experience that she is having with God. Her song begins with the words, "My soul magnifies." Sometimes in the tradition of the church, we refer to these verses as Mary's Magnificat, or the Canticle of Mary. Magnificat is a Latin word that means what we identify here in our English language, a magnification. So what Mary's saying is that what God is doing through her is magnifying God in the world. And that's a beautiful concept, reality, truth to take hold of in this season. What does it mean to have our lives magnify God? In other words, to make God larger, to make God more expansive in the world, to take our experience of God or the way that God's working in us and to then embrace that such that it moves beyond us, becomes wider, more inclusive, more significant, where the influence of God more and more reaches out into the world. Mary's saying that's what God is doing through her. And I'm saying that I think Luke wants us to see her as a model for our own faith, a model for our own discipleship, our own relationship with God. It's not just at Christmas time that we receive the gift. Oh, we do. And it's quite a powerful and meaningful gift. This gift of God's love wrapped up in the life, ministry, death, and resurrection of Jesus. It's more than that, though. We don't just receive the gift of the Christ. We, as Mary does, are invited to magnify that gift, to share it, to increase the relevancy of it, to make wider and more significance the influence of the gift of Christ in us and in the world. So that's where I am with our message today, with this SermonLink time together, is to reflect on the beauty of the gift, but also reflect on what God is doing through us as we receive that gift, so that the gift is given again and again through us and into the world. Friends, I hope your Advent journey and spiritual journey in this beautiful season is deepening your experience of how God is moving in your life. And we'll be back here every week as we keep moving through this beautiful season. As always, we invite you, if you appreciate these sermon links, to give us a like or a share even. Boy, that helps us extend it further into the world. And we appreciate that partnership with you. For now, that's where we'll leave things, and we'll continue to listen to the songs and be open to the gift and share both the music and the message as often as possible. For now, friends, take care, and we'll see you next time.